Realme has gone insane, guys, and I'm not saying in a bad way. So here's the thing. These are the Buds Wireless 2. They are the latest neckband Bluetooth earphones from the house of Realme, and these cost 2,299 rupees. In my opinion, this is how you do ANC for the masses. Hello everyone, Aman here from Mr. Phone, and before we start with the review, like this video, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon so that you're notified whenever we post a brand new video. Starting off with the design of the Buds Wireless 2, well, Realme has used good quality materials and these Bluetooth earphones look and feel durable. The neckband is quite flexible but doesn't feel flimsy, and the soft touch material used here feels pleasant to the touch. On the right is where you will find the USB-C port for charging, and there are 4 buttons: volume up and down, a multi-purpose button to play or pause the music, answer or disconnect a call, and an ANC button to cycle between noise cancelling, normal mode and transparency mode. There's no power button on the Buds Wireless 2 because the ear tips have magnets. So to turn these on, all you need is to detach them, and when not in use, simply snap them together. In terms of color option, there's base yellow, and the one that I have is the base grey, and I quite like how subtle this color looks. The Buds Wireless 2 are also IPX5 rated, making them resistant against water splashes, sweat and stuff like that. As for the comfort and fit, these Buds Wireless 2 are very light. They weigh just 29 grams. And the fit has been snug for me, no problems whatsoever. The silicone tips provide a superb seal, and with ANC enabled, the Buds Wireless 2 does an excellent job of blocking out the surrounding noise. You also get a couple of extra ear tips in the box. Let's talk about the battery life now. So the Realme Buds Wireless 2 are claimed to give about 22 hours of battery on a single charge. That is with ANC turned off, the LDAC codec also turned off, and the volume levels should be at 50%. I did not do any of that. So during my usage, the LDAC codec was enabled at all times unless I was playing games, since the 88 millisecond low latency mode needs the LDAC codec to be turned off. So per charge, I mostly used the Buds Wireless 2 at about 70% volumes, and the ANC was turned on for about 80% of the time. With this usage pattern, I was getting about 11 to 12 hours per charge constantly, which I know is less than the advertised number, but in my books, this is fine considering the features you are getting here and of course for the price. So I mostly use the Buds Wireless 2 with this phone. This is the Realme X7 Max, and I also use these buds with my MacBook Air and my iPhone 11 Pro. The services that I used were Apple Music and YouTube Music for the most part. So the $1,000,000 question is, how do these buds sound? Okay, first up, I would suggest downloading the Realme Link app, available for both Android and iOS, because the app gives you 3 sound presets to choose from: bass boost, plus, dynamic and bright. Also, you get a variety of options such as managing game mode and the button settings. Coming to the 3 presets, in my opinion, dynamic sounds the best when it comes to striking the right balance between the lows, the mids and the highs. So the presence of 13.6mm bass boost drivers ensure, and you guessed it, thumping bass, and you'll also appreciate the high quality rich audio experience the LDAC codec brings to the table. Now, while listening to Titanium by David Guetta, I enjoyed the amount of bass on offer while easily being able to distinguish between Sia's vocals and the instruments, and note that this was on the dynamic preset. Now, listening to the same track with the bright preset enabled, not just at high volumes but even at around 70 to 80% volumes, I found the vocals to be screeching, so much so that after a point it became unpleasant. See, for watching movies or listening to podcasts, the bright preset is good as it enhances the human voice, but for listening to music specifically, or for that matter overall, I would go for the dynamic preset. Even while listening to Down by Marian Hill, which is mostly bass, piano and lyrics, the Buds Wireless 2 did a good job of highlighting the lows while the mids sounded sharp. Now there's a bass boost plus preset as well, which again dials up the intensity of the bass, but I feel that comes at a cost of compressing the mids and the highs even at high volumes. My suggestion would be to stick to dynamic since it offers just the right balance. And to further test this, while playing Orinoco Flow by Enya, I could distinctly differentiate between the tones of the marimbas in the high end, the vocals in the mids, and the strings in the low end. Apart from this, the ANC on offer allows for blocking environmental noises to up to 25 decibels, and to monitor the external noise, the ear tips feature a feed-forward microphone. As advertised, ANC does a solid job here. While being at home, I could hardly make out the household noises, and even outside, it is only when a vehicle horns or passes by, then only I could make out that okay, something is there. So yeah, ANC works, and for the price it is flawless. In terms of connectivity, you get a Bluetooth 5.0 on the Realme Buds Wireless 2, and overall things have been rock solid. So for instance, I could even stand in the cornermost area of my house and my room being in the other corner. So I being with the buds and the source device being in my room, and there are like 3 walls in between, and still I did not face any issue regarding call drops, or say I didn't even face any sort of disturbances, you know, while listening to music when my phone was so far away from the buds. So in terms of connectivity, full marks to the Buds Wireless 2. And speaking of talking to people, I am happy to report that unlike the Buds Q2, where my callers complained about the surrounding noises and disturbances, calls on the Buds Wireless 2 were nice and clear. Here's a sample.
तो मुझे तो तुम्हारी आवाज एकदम बराबर साफ आ रही है. हाँ, so it's sounding very clear. But how does my voice sound, and do you hear any sort of environmental noise? Things around me, fan is on अभी जैसे. How does it sound?
I don't hear any environmental noise. The sound is clear.
Sound is clear. एकदम बराबर आ रही है, अच्छी.
हाँ जी.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Finally, there's an 88 millisecond low latency mode which you can enable via the Realme Link app, and similar to my experience with the Buds Q2, the audio latency on the Buds Wireless 2 was near perfect while playing Call of Duty Mobile, which is great. For 2,299 rupees, the Realme Buds Wireless 2 bring a lot to the table. They sound good, they look good, there's ANC, the battery life is also good. I mean, at this point, I don't even have an alternative to suggest, because I can't think of any Bluetooth earphones which are as good as the Buds Wireless 2 and are priced so aggressively. And that was my review of the Realme Buds Wireless 2. If you have any doubts or queries, you can hit me up in the comments, or you can even contact me on Twitter and Instagram. The links will be available in the description below. As always, for all the latest in tech, stay tuned to Mr. Phone. I'll catch you guys in the very next one. Thank you for watching.